everybody. Good evening. I'm excited. This is Tugs. Tugs looks like she's pondering something. I don't know what's going on with her.
I was just waiting.
For?
I don't know. $1 million would be good.
Oh, well, maybe if you play the lottery, that's probably going to be the easiest way to get it done. Easiest and the hardest.
Anyway, it's fine. It's fine.
Hi, Chad.
Wow.
How y'all doing?
Wow,
Tugs is
Andrew,
beautiful when she is tired. So what does she look like when she's not tired? Exquisitely gorgeous.
Why are you calling me out like that, Andrew? I am so tired. I'm just perpetually
What are you tired from? All the scares?
I'm almost 40. Who knows?
Culture says you need a producer and editor for shorts and stuff.
This is
fair.
Or I just
I
need to
just
get
go
off
buy my shorts.
I just need to get off my lazy ass and do it. Is what I need to do. It's fine. I'm tired. Okay.
maybe is it the time of your month?
No, I'm up. Listen, I'm up at 5 in the morning. I work out, then I take the dog on a walk for at least a mile. And then I don't go to bed till like 9 or 10. And I'm just old and tired. Okay. It's fine.
Culture, you shouldn't consider yourself cheap.
Are you easy though?
You're
Are you
very high value. Okay, don't consider yourself cheap. Don't put yourself down like that.
Yeah.
Plus, you have beautiful hair.
Also, I'm slightly overweight, which makes you tired because you're carrying extra weight around. You know, my health could probably be better. It's fine. It's fine.
You know what, Tugs? Maybe we should like run at the same time while FaceTiming.
Getting back into it. I'm getting back in. Yeah, I tell you what. I'm gonna go on a tangent now. I can't. I used to run half marathons, and I was never fast. Okay, because I was older when I started running, so I've never got to be fast. But my fastest time on my half marathons was 11-minute mile. And then I stopped running. And now I'm trying to get back into it because I loved it. And I was so like, I'll listen, I'll post the pictures if you guys want, okay, in my Discord of me in 2017 when I was doing half marathons.
Oh, yes, I remember those pictures.
You've seen them. I was like, what the? Anyway, and so I'm trying to get back into it. And I've gone from an 11-minute mile to I think my average the last time I did a run was, and I'm doing 30 minutes and I'm doing run walk to get back into it so I don't hurt myself. It was like it averaged at like a 16 and a half. The way I wanted to throw myself off a bridge. Just don't stop, guys. Whatever it is you're doing, don't stop. Even if you have to slow down, don't stop.
To be fair, you said it was 2017. That was your peak?
Yeah.
So that was 8 years ago. You'll just take 8 years to get back there.
Yay!
At the very least. You got to give yourself around the same amount of time at the very least. I mean, it's probably going to be a year, but
I can't. I don't want it to take that long. So now but I'm also like trying not to push because this is what I do is I get so depressed about it. I either quit again completely and just eat myself into a depression, or I push myself so hard that I hurt myself. And I'm trying not to do that.
And then you end up quitting anyways because you're hurt.
Yeah, I'm trying not to do that. But I am definitely trying to get way better. And it's but nobody talks about how like when you stop and you try to start again, how hard it is, especially because you're comparing yourself against yourself and like what the hell.
Well, as someone who is doing the same thing but with weights, I was doing squats and I was like, I feel so weak right now. I did, was it 115 at 10 reps squats?
Amazing. That's awesome.
No, it's not.
Oh, it's not? Oh,
I used to do like 145, 155.
Oh, well, you know, and it's hard for us ladies too because our phases, like if you're in your luteal phase, you can't pick up a 10-pound bag without being like, oh, this is heavy. You know,
I force myself to, okay?
I know, you have to force yourself.
Oh, yeah, I need to work on my back muscles. It's not my leg muscles, it's my back muscles. I can't carry the barbell without hurting myself.
Yeah.
Hollycron asks when that was. I don't know, 28, 29. So that was 6-7 years ago. So yeah, you're right. Almost 8 years ago.
My heaviest that I was able to deadlift, and this was way long time ago, was 200. I was able to deadlift for 2 reps, which is huge for me.
I've
200.
never done maxes before like that. I just do between 8 to 15 reps. I don't like doing maxes because it's bad for your back, and I don't really want to wear a brace either.
Yeah, that was
So.
when I was in CrossFit, and I liked CrossFit. I'll never do it again. It's kind of a cult, but anyway. But they do these, if anybody knows anything about CrossFit, they do these things where you go as heavy as you can for as many reps, and then whatever. But they were like, you just to get one at 200 because they knew before I knew that I could go heavier. I just was being a chicken, and they're like, and it was just a deadlift, so it wasn't awful. It wasn't like I was trying to back squat it or anything. But he was like, you can do it. Like, don't be a puss. You can do it. And I did. I'm like, oh, girl, like what? Hello. But yeah, I did, and I did it twice, and I tried to do it a third time, but I just couldn't pick it up. But that was the heaviest, and I'm still so very proud. I couldn't do it now, but man, I was so proud of myself. I was like 200 pounds. I was able to pick up 200 pounds in a deadlift. Oh, I was so proud of myself. It was cool.
That's like almost double your body weight.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty cool.
Especially at the time, I was very tiny at the time. So, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Cool. Speaking of food, I guess, and weights, Cajun Corey for $5 says, I used to run a dating service for chickens, but I was struggling to make hens meet. Uh-huh. Nice. Psychotic Mongoose, nice. Thank you for being a member for a year on the Lush level. Thank you. Cheers. Got some Lushies in the chat. We love the Lushes. Speaking of, being hot and fit, maybe this will make you feel better or worse. Depends on how you want to look at it. All right. I don't understand what any of this is saying in the post, but it's hard to believe in photos lately. She's hot. Okay. Are you ready to see the transformation?
Yes. I've seen this.
God dang it.
We're not going to see. Yay.
Oh, wow. Why is my internet failing me? Oh, well, that's giving it away. So she goes from that to that fit girl. Can you imagine?
Man, I tell you what, sitting down is a problem. This is why women don't ever sit down. We like to stand.
Or when you do, you got to sit in a certain way so it all sits nicely.
I never sit ever unless I'm wearing baggy clothes.
So why is it not
playing?
Makes all the difference. I don't know why it's not playing. Is there something happened on Twitter? Or is this my Canadian internet?
I don't know.
It might be my Canadian.
You want
internet.
Me to try? Oh God.
Sure.
Is it in our group chat?
There's a lot in our group chat, so just go to the private chat.
Oh, that's easier. Yeah. Let's do that.
Yeah, she transformed into a loading screen.
Oh, yeah, it's working for me. It must be you. Damn it, Trudeau.
Well, he's busy with Katy Perry right now.
All right, you ready? Oh! You bitch. It was just working.
Oh, maybe it's like a StreamYards thing.
Oh, maybe. Bruh.
Well, you see the difference, chat. It's not just me. Maybe it's StreamYards. That's so weird.
No, now it's not working at all. What the heck? All right, well, whatever.
I think I infected your computer. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Yeah,
anyways.
French toast. All right.
Well. I don't know what French toast is happening, but I don't like it. And we're going to look at more funny things before we get into the really deep, dark stuff that we have planned for today. I'm a feminist, but as a man, how are you sitting on the subway when there are women standing? This post makes me laugh because it's like, you're a strong, independent woman. You don't need to be sitting.
Yeah.
And it's so hard because sometimes it really depends on the person's thoughts and feelings. Oh, do I look pregnant? Oh, you think I'm not able to stand up? Blah, 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 blah. But then, oh, I'm so tired. I just want to sit down. Why are there no gentlemen around? Well, because you might have berated a few too many men.
Yeah.
And they're afraid of talking to you.
Well, I mean, and as a feminist, you don't need men to stand or sit for you. So
yeah.
Why would you need that? You don't need that.
Doors opening. I do still open doors for people if I'm conveniently in the way for
I always open
men
doors
and women.
And I always say thank you when the doors are open for me, which I love.
Or try to. And
yeah,
I think people are very polite. I've been out a lot this past week, and it makes me feel better that there's still people who are very nice out there that say please and thank you. And look at your eyes when you do it too, because that's another thing I find weird too. People avoid eye contact like so hardcore.
Gosh, nobody does eye contact anymore. It's weird.
Yeah.
I say that as I'm looking this way.
Yeah. So this post here I basically is what I was saying. Every single solution they offer is rigged. Hold the door open for me. Don't hold the door open for me, you toxic pig. Give up your seat for me. How dare you suggest I'm too weak to stand? Let me in your gym. How dare you look at me while I'm working out?
How dare you look at me in my snooty little clothes when I'm at the gym getting my snail trail everywhere. How dare you?
Yeah. Ian, this is I can see you and Monkey doing this together. I hold eye contact until it's upsetting. Neither one of you are
do
gonna be
you
upset.
hold eye contact in the urinals, Ian?
Oh, that's weird.
I'm just saying.
That's weird. As a woman, I don't know how that would happen. I would feel very uncomfortable about that. Very, very, very uncomfortable. New celebrity couple. Who doesn't? Me? Well, I don't go to urinals, to be fair. New celebrity couple, Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas, just made their first public appearance together.
So cute. Honestly, you know what? Get that bad girl. I'm not even mad. The man looks amazing.
She is almost half his age.
Yeah.
There was a picture of them in like 1980s. It was like him, whatever, in what movie it was, and then her as a sperm and egg.
She is my age, so we're born the same year probably. She might be a year younger.
Would you date Tom Cruise?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, he's very fit.
Especially since he seems to have moved, at least publicly, away from the Scientology church a little, which I'm here for. Haven't heard him talk about it in a very long time. Yeah, Scientology is scary. So, heck yeah. Also, look at this man. The only reason we know he's 63 is because literally all of us have grown up with him. That's the only reason we know he's 63. You couldn't tell me.
Really aged too much. Like, he's a little bit, but whatever work he's getting done looks kind of natural for him.
Yeah. And listen, at the very least, this relationship will get me in the best shape I've ever been in my life.
We all too could land ourselves a Tom Cruise if we look like Anna.
Oh man. You know what a king. Honestly, kudos to her and kudos to him. Kudos to him, really, honestly, out of the two of them. Ana de Armas, hello. Also, how did they meet? I have so many questions. Like, did they do a movie together?
I think they're have they?
I don't know. How did this happen? Where did this come from? Is it a stunt? I don't even care. I'm not even mad.
I mean, one day we might find out. They have not yet released a movie together. They are set to collaborate on the supernatural ocean thriller Deeper, which is set to begin filming in August 2025. So they are supposed to be working together soon.
Listen.
Well, they're working on that chemistry.
They're working on that deeper. They're a deeper connection, I'm sure. Also, sign me up. Don't even care. Tom Cruise in a horror film. Has he ever done a horror film before? I don't know.
Is that technically a horror film?
Is that what it says? A horror
It's film? A deeper, but it didn't say what kind of film it was. Supernatural ocean thriller.
Oh, okay. Well,
I don't imagine him doing horror. If anything, it's just like action.
Supernatural is where I went with that horror, but you're right. It doesn't necessarily mean it's a horror. I don't even care. He's a disgraced astronaut who encounters a terrifying force during a deep sea dive into a newly discovered trench. Leave the trenches alone. God, we've learned nothing. The project has been in development for several years, and it has seen various iterations and attachments, including Bradley Cooper and Idris Elba at different stages. Well, now it's going to be Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas. So you know what? F it. Let's go. It's by the guy who did Edge of Tomorrow, which we liked.
I like that movie. So
I like that movie. Down. So sign me up.
Down. I'm down for Deeper.
I'm down to be deeper.
That's going to be a blurb.
I'm down to be deeper with Tom Cruise and Ana de Armas. Yeah.
Culture Casino for $10 says, hang on, I am beautiful and over 55. Yes, you
Over
are.
55. It says 50.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Why did
you just made him older than he. Yeah, well done.
I don't know. I'm so sorry, Culture. I'm so sorry. I got distracted by Psychotic Mongoose.
Mongoose is, I'm down for deeper. I know, all the blurbs. It's, you know what? It's fine.
I appreciate that you are watching out for me, Mongoose.
Yeah, we love you, Mongoose. We do it for
who
you,
should be
Mongoose. Okay.
watching out for this girl, and I'm kind of glad this boyfriend did this to his girlfriend. So the streak is broken. My boyfriend purposely hid my phone from me for a full day so I'd lose my 1,318-day snap streak with my ex. Now, I don't use Snapchat, so I don't really understand these Snapchat streaks, but
it means they talk every day.
How many years is 1318 days in years? That must be like what, 4, 5?
I have no idea.
Almost 4. 3 years, 3.6 years.
It's too many.
That is insane to keep in contact with your ex.
That's great. He should have just dumped her. I don't know why he's trying to keep her.
Yeah.
She's on the streets.
So what is a snap streak? So Snapchat is an app where it's photo based and it's kind of like a disappears after you view it type of content. Mm-hmm. And if you do take like screenshots or videos of the whatever's on the screen, it lets the other person know that you did that.
Yeah. But a snap streak is specifically a name for Snapchat, and it's if it's how long you've been talking with the same person. So
you have to at least send one message a day.
Back and forth. Yeah. So it's at least one message a day. They've been talking for 1,300 days straight. That's what that means. Every day they've been talking.
That is insane to me, and I think it's so stupid. Why are you so into this idea of having like a Snapchat streak with someone, especially your ex-boyfriend? What is the meaning for this? What value does this have in your life besides just knowing that you did this? Do you value him?
Do you see her caption? I'm fully over my ex, but it breaks my heart that we lost our streak. Like, why are you still talking to him? Or do you have a child together? No? Then you don't need to be talking to him.
I just got a snap streak and I just don't want to lose it. It's just been so long that I've been Snapchatting my ex-boyfriend.
He should have dumped her. That's a L.
Honestly, if she did not do it on her own volition, I think that would have been just a red flag. Been like, sorry. Peace out, A-Town down. Bye.
That's crazy. I would have just dumped her.
And this is definitely a Gen Z thing, I think.
Yeah. Chronically online. Go outside. God dang. It's not that serious. Yep.
I don't understand people with all this sort of stuff, but hey, I might be too old at this rate.
I tried Snapchat, not my favorite. Snapchat was created for suspicious behavior. That was the whole point of Snapchat. For those of you who are unfamiliar, because your messages disappear after 24 hours once you read them. And if you screenshot, you're right, it would let you know, like, oh, they took a screenshot. So it's basically was made for nefarious reasons. Pick a nefarious reason. All of them.
Yep. Think about it.
A lot of cheating going on Snappy Chatty over there. Or those of you guys who have multiple gals, you would be like, "Would you snap? Snap, Ma? Would you snap?"
Sending your sexy pics to multiple girls at once.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Snapchat is dodgy shit.
That's the whole point. It was created to be dodgy. I mean, I don't actually know if that was the reason, but it became.
Anyone in chat? Do you guys use Snapchat? I don't think anyone in our chat has used Snapchat. Like,
I don't even have a snap or chat streak with you.
Wait, did we?
No, not a Snapchat one. I just made it.
Oh, I was like, did I have Snapchat while I knew you? I don't think I did. I had Snapchat. I remember back before I really was on like Instagram and Twitter. It was just
had it when it very first came out because I was kind of like, oh, this is interesting. Before Instagram hadn't quite gotten as big as it has now with like photos and reels and all that stuff. It was kind of an in-betweener. It was in a rough spot. It was a rough spot. Instagram was dying. And that's when Snapchat came out. And it was, they had advertised it and so I had one, used it for a while, and then I uninstalled it.
Just
It's never
as
been.
soon as I started to not like use the app as much or open it, it just seemed like an extra thing to do. And I'm like, I don't really care to see other people's pictures. I'll do it on my own accord. If you post it on Instagram, I'll maybe look at it like once a blue moon.
Yeah.
I don't use Instagram enough that I apparently don't even follow some of my friends in real life. Okay.
Damn. How
It happened. So last year, while I was on that road trip with Wicked and I was with Kara, and she's like, "You're not following me on Instagram." I go, "Are you serious?" Because I've tagged her in photos before at that point. So it was like, I didn't think about it. It's just like, it's just a stupid button, a follow button. And then I was like, "I'm so sorry. I'm not following you on Instagram. I'm the worst person ever." And then Wicked's like, "You know what? I wonder if you're following me." I was like, "I wondered too." So I searched her up. I wasn't following her either.
Checking right now.
I think I'm following you. You're like one of my first follows in general.
Yeah. A queen. You know what that makes me? The queen wife. That's what that makes me.
The queen wife. Yep. Top dog.
Top diggity dog. Don't you all forget it either.
Yep. Oh yeah. This is another thing too. Psychotic Mongoose points out that QBG only subbed to Kara's channel on Sunday. And this is one of the things that we like work together, we tag each other in things and whatnot, but like it doesn't dawn on us sometimes, especially when you're busy, like, oh crap, I forgot to follow you and this and that. And whew, my bad. That queen wife. That queen wife life.
The queen wife life. Heck yeah. Top taco. Yeah, I'm top taco.
Well, that's one way to explain it.
Where is it?
That top taco life.
Yep, that wins. That wins.
I'll call myself bottom ray girl. Anyways. All right, let's start off a little light here. So I heard of this new term recently, this past week, called heterofatalism. This article came up. This is a New York Times article, which I am not subscribing to New York Times to read this, but it's titled "The Trouble with Wanting Men. Women are so fed up with dating men that the phenomenon even has a name, heterofatalism. So what do we do with our desire?"
What does that mean?
I found another article that will explain this. All right. I encountered a new feminist term recently, heterofatalism. It describes the contemporary view among women that no matter your relational situation or status, men will ruin your life. Trad wife, childless cat lady, leaning in corporate baddie, it doesn't matter. If you're attracted to men, there's nothing you can do. Your life is going to suck.
I guess the proof is in the pudding with the astronomer guy cheating on his trad wife.
It is, well, that was just an unfortunate thing between those two, which I also think it's kind of funny that Gwyneth Paltrow is the temporary spokesperson for astronomer. How that's possible? Well, anyways, so feminism at its best, where literally for every type of person out there, men just suck and ruin your life. You hear that, chat? Y'all ruin my life, according to this article.
Especially Mongoose.
Well, Mongoose, I do it to myself, realistically. Mongoose just highlights it. I certainly agree this is a popular sentiment among women. Facts. I can't go to a bookstore or scroll a social media feed without being bombarded by advice about how to survive the tragedy that is being attracted to men.
It is a tragedy.
I think you should just become a lesbian at that rate. If you really hate men that much, don't date men. Solution? Possibly? Just get your U-Hauls ready, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Statistics seem to confirm women are big mad A 2019 Morgan Stanley report stated that by 2030, a full 45% of women between the ages of 25 to 45 will be single and childless. The jig is very much up. Now, do you think, Tugs, that we can say with certainty that the reason that women are going to be single and childless is because of men? Because they cannot rely on men? Because I don't think so.
I think it's the idea of because of men. Does that make sense? It's not actually because of men. Although some of you are terrible, I think we can, but it's the idea that it's because of men, because that's where we're all taught, right? So they think it's because of men, but really it's not. It's not
As someone
because
who
of men.
causes a lot of trouble for themselves, you might think it's because of men, but have you reflected and seen that your actions actually are more reflective of the trouble in your life than of the man's fault?
Yeah.
Maybe you should think about that. So, oh no! A recent New York Times article shocked me with the depth of its heterofatalism. The Trouble with Wanting Men, which that was the original one, flirted with new lows of cynicism and despair about dating men. So what do we do with our desire? Garnett wails as if the concept of sublimation has never occurred to her. Lady, if sexual desire defines you to that degree and compels you to hurl yourself headlong into what you know will hurt you, you are not remotely free or rational. So it seems like what the author of this article is saying is the author of the other article, where you want to date, but that is causing you to be hurt. But you also can choose to date a certain type of person that might not hurt you as much. And then you have to choose to work together to live copacetically. You're not going to have the perfect relationship. No one does.
No.
And it's how you deal with that is the problem. And I think maybe we can go back to the 90s Disney movies making relationships seem so whimsical and easy, but they don't show you what happens after you fall in love and win the girl or the guy, and how much work that takes. Maybe that's something that's a failure of those things, especially if you're an emotional person. But I think that if you have these desires, go for it. Just also know how to conduct yourself in a relationship. I don't know. Anyways, I've gone through my own steep heterofatalist learning curve. I've devoured books about attachment theory, healthy relationships, and the psychology of love, trying to crack the code. I've critically analyzed monogamy, marriage, patriarchy, heteronormativity, and polyamory, looking for someone or something to blame for how hard it is to be with a man or men. I've been to therapy and uncovered all kinds of childhood trauma that helped me, but not any of the men I was with. I've been married to the same man for nearly 40 years and have had several affairs, none of which was remotely satisfying to me. I got so tired of thinking about men and how effed up they are, how effed up the patriarchal programming is for men and women, that the heterofatalist abyss seems to stretch out for eternity. Wow.
Jesus.
That's an intense 40 years.
Imagine being her husband reading this article.
I'm sure he knows about it.
I would hope so. Now, why did you have the affairs? Because you were reading all these books and they've like brainwashed you? I have questions.
I have a lot of questions and I kind of want to interview her.
Right? So, ma'am, Sybil, your name is Sybil. So that's concerning. But also, questions.
Yeah. It's devastating. It's a devastating thing, for example, to finally admit that hetero men don't love women. Lies. They're just sexually attracted to us. Most men don't like women at all and are getting bolder about the shame they feel that they even need us sexually. Any kind of emotional effort or any intimacy skills, any ability a man has to be vulnerable must now be consciously learned and chosen. Since every effort is made to program men against these things, no wonder such men are hard to find. Hetero women are equally programmed to desire men who don't love, like, or respect us, hence all the heterofatalism. It's hard to
I
see a
will
way out.
agree with that. I'll
She's
agree with both
very
of that, actually.
I mean,
Yep. Every effort is being made to program men against these things, which is true. It's correct. And
I do think
also,
that men can love a woman, though.
oh yeah, no, I do. But that part where she says like every effort is made to program men against these things, learning intimacy, emotional effort, things like that, that is 100% correct. Where they're being programmed not to do that because it's not considered manly, right? And they're, oh, you're gay if you show any intimacy effort or emotion around. We just saw it with Superman. Oh, these men cry. They're this pathetic, blah blah. Right? She is 100% spot on there. And she's also spot on when she says hetero women are equally programmed to desire men who don't love, like, or respect us. Hence all the hetero, I don't know if you would call it
Well, I
heterophilism.
can agree. The bad boy like
Yes.
or
Yes.
the unattainable type.
50 Shades of
I've
Grey.
seen that,
Twilight. Yep. All of
but
it.
I don't necessarily 100% feel like hetero men don't love women.
Oh no, that's not, I don't agree with that.
I don't
I don't
agree.
agree with
Okay,
that at all.
okay. So,
But I
okay.
do agree with the part where she says that every effort is made to program men against emotional intimacy, and because it is. Because on the one hand, you have guys telling you that you're gay if you show any sort of woman emotion or whatever. And so it's being programmed to against the men to be against those things which women need. Oh, no, she's totally right. Not the part about where they don't love women, because I do think men love women. But she's right in the programming part of it on both sides for sure. Absolutely.
Okay. Now that we
Absolutely.
are on the same page then,
Yeah,
because when
yeah,
you
yeah.
said that she's right, I was like, wait,
No,
what?
no, 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 no. They
No.
do, they do, but they're hard to find, right? They're hard to
Yeah.
find, which is why you have a lot of younger girls, one where they're prettier and whatever, but dating older men because they have that balance. They're not corrupted by this feminist movement where you can't show any emotion and all this. You know what I mean? Like, you can't be intimate, you can't do this, you can't do that, whatever. Yeah, no, absolutely. She's totally spot on with that part of it, not the first part of it.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Uh,
here. We're on the same page.
Two things gave me some relief at long last: celibacy and menopause. Okay. It's amazing how clarifying losing your libido can be. Many sexual desire is the problem after all.
Correct.
Women have gotten into trouble because of that. So, yes, I agree
Sexual
with that.
desire is the problem, which is why you're not religious. But for those of you who are religious, what's the big thing? Don't give in to your sexual desires. Don't give in to temptation, because it is a problem. Correct. Look at you. Wow, I'm so proud of this author. Well done.
Yeah.
You figured it out.
Reduced sexual desire finally gave me some breathing room to decenter men to realize there may, in fact, be other interesting things in life to do and think about other than effing men. Other things that give pleasure and satisfaction. Heterofatalism may feel feminist, but it actually describes an internalized patriarchy so deep, women assume that there is no escape. What are we to do with our desire indeed? Now, before we continue, I think we should read these. Staccato, thank you for the $50. Cheers.
I have so many cherries to eat.
Wow. What's going on there? The problem with the younger generation is that they have combined all their genders and now they're confused on what would make them
That
happy.
too. Yeah.
Well,
So
yeah.
many cherries to eat. So many cherries.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go get them while you're reading. Hold on.
Cheers. And Ian so forth with 50 British pounds says men love women. But what do you feel about Monkey, Ian? I need to hear how you feel about Monkey. You and Monkey are meant to be, I think. So thank you so much, Staccato. And thank you so much, Ian, for those wonderful super chats. And I know Tugs is going to get more to drink. So I'm going to continue reading. So she's talking more about menopause and celibacy. Celibacy. While I remain attracted to men sexually, I don't desire them as I once did. I don't experience the same longing for sex and physical intimacy. I used to the same ache to possess and be possessed. It helps I can wow. Okay, I'm not reading that. Sexual yearning lives in a box I can handle now, and that fact has opened my eyes to great many truths. So this is almost very similar to the post-nut clarity that a lot of people have talked about with men, and even women experience this, where after you have said sex, you're like, was I even attracted to this person? I don't even know. I think post-nut clarity is a great thing, and it looks like she's got post-sexual attraction clarity at this
Post-menopause
point.
clarity.
Yeah, post-menopause clarity. So, heterofatalism conditions women to believe our choices are only marriage or being single, monogamy, polyamory, or some other version of being partnered or unpartnered. It doesn't admit the possibility we can simply be with and love ourselves all the time, regardless of our relationship to men. Heterofatalism, by definition, blinds us to the reality that other kinds of love and pleasure and purpose exists for women, all of which are within our power to create for ourselves. Letting men go, I feel new pride, for instance, in my happy relationship with children. My friendships become dear and more precious. I derived significant pleasure and purpose from creativity, pursuits of all kinds, including renovating my house, writing projects, yada, yada, yada. So she's just saying that she's appreciating all the other stuff outside of being with a man. And heterofatalism has programmed women to accept crumbs, and I don't do that anymore. Ladies, there is a world elsewhere.
Okay.
I now we're kind of getting into this like the whole you don't need no man to make you happy type of thing. And I think that's a huge fault of heterofatalism, that you don't need a man to make you happy. Correct. But if you go into a relationship with a man, I really truly think both sides should have felt like a whole person and healed mostly before you enter into a relationship. Because if you use a relationship to make you happy when you're in a sad place, you're using it as a crutch,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's like a little band-aid because
You don't
a
pressure
relationship,
people to make you happy.
exactly. You want it to enhance your life, not be your life. If anything, after you have kids, if you do have kids, that should be your life. But I
But
think
even then, it goes. Now, nix this part if you don't believe in God, obviously, but God, your spouse, then your kids. Like, you don't put your kids above your spouse. You know what I mean? That's where that tag team comes in. And that's how you have a healthy, you keep having a healthy and happy relationship, if, assuming you had one to begin with, is that you guys stay a unit and despite having kids. Like, you put your kids above other things, but they don't go above your spouse because your spouse is the one that was there for you to begin with. And your kids are going to grow up and leave. And then what does that leave you? Roommates. Nobody wants roommates.
Yeah. Jit says, look, if you can get D anytime you want, you think like this low key.
I mean, she did cheat over 40 years multiple times, so she just got a point.
Hey, it's easier for a woman to get get some in general than a man. I was listening to a podcast about Tinder stats. And guys,
Tinder stats.
Tinder, guys will swipe. I forgot which way is the like side. So whatever,
right.
Right. Thank you. They'll swipe right many times, and you have like a 1% chance of getting a date, maybe even less on average. Women, 20 to 30%. So if we're looking at even just those stats, it's just easier to date for a woman. All right. You just got to look cute, average cute, and you're like, fine. So I don't even want to read too far into this. I think we
so long. Oh my God.
We have a good idea of what she was trying to say. And I think this is just more feminist propaganda. I mean, that word came from feminists.
Heterofatalism. I've never even heard of it.
I know, which was so strange to hear because I was like, what is this? I've seen this a few times now on Twitter. And I'm not saying I'm interested. I'm interested for poor choices.
Mm-hmm. Speaking of weirdly interesting things, before we get into our next topic, I have yet to be accepted by the T app. I feel very offended.
Well, we will get there in just a moment why they maybe have not. And so forth with 50 British pounds. Thank you so much. And says, and men love monkey. That's probably very true.
Poor monkey.
No, he likes that. Was that Vinny?
Yes.
Okay. No, the amount of time that monkey has hit on his guy friends. And I'm just like, okay, bro, I see it. He's a silly boy, that one. But yeah, he is very gay. All right. So speaking of tea, because Tugs brought it up, we last week went on an adventure. It felt like a little bit of adventure. We heard about this app. It's about these women who download the app and you share your stories about men that you've dated, whether it be, they suck, there's a crime they've committed, there's personality issues, whatever. They spill the tea. And the CEO created the app because allegedly his mother had a hard time dating and he wanted a way for women to kind of make the world feel safer for them or whatever.
She was on what did it say? She was on Tinder or something and turned out was talking to a criminal. Which is a problem. So I agree with his reasoning behind it. Like I get where he's coming from.
Yeah, I can see that being altruistic, but I mean, in the end, it's all about money, of course. But last week, Tugs, we did it live. We signed up to be on T. For the T app, you have to take a picture of yourself, which I guess they rate that you're an actual woman, so they allow you on the platform. Now, the next day, literally the next day,
it was like, I'm on the wait list. I'm like,
oh. Okay. But then there were reports that they got hacked. The T app got hacked. So the T app
see my picture? No, you didn't.
And you can download 59.3 gigabytes of user selfies right now. The hack is real. A picture from someone who has signed up just to see what was on there was in it. This was obviously a vibe coded app and was bound to be insecure. I don't know what vibe coded is for like those who are technologically advanced. I'm not. But a lot of users' pictures showed up. And actually I kind of feel bad. But it's like they set themselves up for failure on this. You want to go complain about people, but also like it sucks that this stuff got hacked. I admit that. But at the same time, it feels like a little bit of social like equality, maybe a little justice, revenge somewhere in there, somewhere along there.
My favorite part is these girls look exactly like how you would picture them. No makeup. The majority of them are overweight and not just like a little bit, because as somebody who is overweight, like overweight, that one was dumb enough to post her driver's license. So kudos, lady. Girls, ladies, my loves. You know what sucks though? On the flip side, nobody knew this app existed. It's been around since 2023. Nobody knew this app existed until some yahoo online somewhere. I'm not saying he or she is wrong. I think it was a guy that found it, but it doesn't matter. I'm not saying they were wrong either, but because it went viral, because somebody was offended that this app exists, whether you should be or not is not the discussion here. Now all of these people's data have been leaked, which is not good for anybody. Like leaking data is not good. It's just no. But for 2 years, this app has gone undetected with no problem. And now because somebody was like, "Oh my god, how dare these women say bad things about me?"
All these it's a viral thing, At some point, it was gonna get there. It just had to happen. So Reddit, they're so mad that their pictures got posted without their permission because they use T, the app where you post people's pictures without their permission and slander them. And that's why I say
Yes.
there's a little bit of justice in this, where
Mhm.
I don't agree with it on both ends. You know, I never agreed with the app and I don't agree with leaking the data from it, but it
Yeah.
if it had to happen to one company, I'm not surprised it was this.
Oh, God.
So 4chan is a cesspool. Not all of them are obese, flat-footed mouth breathers with a chronic receding hairline. Yada yada yada. So, damn. The worst thing I think out of all of this was there was okay. I say worse, but it depends on how you look at it. There was a rating app that they have called T-Spill. So someone created a
Oh,
website
no.
where you rate the users of the hacked feminist doxing T app. Is this the most chopped user base of all time? So you just basically choose which you prefer. Vibe coded means AI coded. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Jonathan.
Vibe coding is an artificial intelligence assisted software development style popularized by that guy in early
Andrej.
2025. Andre.
Yeah.
But the app's been around since 2023.
Mm. AI
So I
existed
don't know
back
how that
then,
works.
right? But just not.
Yeah, but
not-
I mean, Jonathan's saying that it's been popular. Although I guess it may be popularized in 2025. So it must have been
Yeah.
around longer. Interesting.
Yeah. So click on the Foid you prefer. And then the leaderboard of like bottom and top 50.
What's
I
in the
I
top 50? Somebody click on the top 50. We can't because this is a picture, but
it's a picture,
what was
yeah.
the top 50? Damn it.
Oh, I have a picture of the top 50 and bottom 50. And I mean, I don't want to get into like race debates, but here's the top 10 and lowest 10 of the tea leak. Anyone notice a
Okay.
pattern here? So this is the top 10.
Oh, they're all thin girlies that actually are pretty cute. Yeah, that makes sense.
Thin, cute. I'm gonna say most of them, if not all of them, are white.
Yeah, except for maybe the bottom one. I can't quite tell, but she might
I
not
know
be.
it's just small pictures. Now, and this is where I don't want to get into the race aspect of it particularly, but the bottom 50, yeah.
Okay, but in defense, you know what? I'm not gonna say anything.
I don't think we should say anything. Just
I'm not gonna say
let the
anything.
chat
There are
decide.
there are men in the chat that are in certain situations that can speak on it, and I'll let you speak on it.
Yeah,
And I think you
we're
know
not
where I'm
speaking
going with
on
it,
it.
but I'm not gonna speak on it.
Yeah,
Somebody else can speak on it.
yeah, we're
You know
not.
what? I will speak on though. They're all very, very weighty.
They're very bigger looking human beings. Absolutely. Absolutely.
Mhm.
I'm
Which,
just impressed
makes
they
sense.
still have wins though.
That one's got 450 losses. Damn.
Yeah. Their win rate is really low. Actually, let's see the percentage here. Oh, they're in the 90s here. Except for this
Yeah.
one. She's lost 10,000 times but won 600. So it's literally I don't know how they calculate this
How are they
actually.
rating this, honestly? Oh, it's by wins. No, it's not by wins. I
No,
have
it's
no
not by
idea how they're rating
wins.
this.
Or maybe it's the ratio of win to no, because then that's the
I don't
percentage.
know.
I'm
Weird.
I'm actually not sure now.
Weird.
Huh. Interesting. But in any case, this came up pretty much within 24 hours after the leak.
Listen, if you guys see my selfie on there, no, you didn't.
I actually really wonder if
I
tons
was
ended up
waiting
on
for it.
there.
I saw all this stuff drop, and I was like, "Oh God, my dad's gonna see this."
But like that's why I was like, are you sure you're comfortable? Like I don't want
Yeah,
you to do it if you're not comfortable. And I do think you kind of probably snuck in before the data leak.
we know why I wasn't accepted now.
Yeah. It makes so much. They've been busy. The T app has been hella busy.
I still have nothing. I still haven't gotten no email. I uninstalled the app so I wouldn't get a notification, but I didn't get an email either, which is just
Yeah.
rude.
Now, there are more things coming out about the T app. Still, this is a week later. The controversial women only T app has disabled DMs after a potential Second data breach. What are
God.
you doing over there, guys? A security researcher discovered a vulnerability allowing access to over 1 million direct messages.
This
So
is
I do
exactly why
kind of,
I joined the T app, because I wanted to try and see what these people were saying. Dang it!
yeah.
Somebody get me the screenshots.
So, whatever this vulnerability is, I think I had no idea that they even had DMs in the app. I thought it was just like posts and comments on some of these posts and explanations, maybe names. But the decision came after 404 Media revealed a staggering new breach involving T's DMing system. So who's making this app? Like, clearly you're not paying enough people to make it safe.
I almost feel bad for this guy. Almost. Not quite, but almost. Because it started off, as most things do, with really good intentions.
It
Because
felt altruistic.
you should not be on a dating app with a felon. Probably not a good idea. Like, why? So I get where he's coming from. It's like,
But does he
oh,
know his audience? And I mean,
I just
we have a bunch of women who are heterofatalists, you know?
oh god.
Essentially, they're so cynical about the dating scene, about men and what they're interacting with that now, without even just get, for the most part, I would say 90 to 95% of the men that you talk with, you should be able to identify red flags within the first 1 to 4 dates maybe, right? Right?
I would hope so.
I would hope so. But the thing is, we're not taught to pick up anymore on some of the nonverbal cues, or even some of the verbal cues where you're like, that sounds sus. Are you, you want to deal with that? This person has a crazy baby mama. You want to deal with that?
Yeah. No, not really.
But I I think valuing yourself to know when to not make sense. What did that say?
It said, where to go? Oh, clearly not enough men to man the firewall.
That is actually really funny. And I actually saw this. B Ross says it's called
Sorry, I was
T.
wrong.
It clearly wasn't pure intention. Now, I don't necessarily 100% believe that. When me and my girlfriends do the whole like back in the day when we're talking about the men we dated
Yes.
and like, oh my gosh, she's so cute. We talked about this, blah, blah, blah. We're trying to, get to know that. That's before really spilling the tea was a term. So
Mhm.
if I were to ask my girlfriends after a date, spill the tea, please. I want to hear all about it.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't
I
think it's,
mean,
you know,
as with anything, it started off just taking his statements at face value, which kudos. It started off with an idea in his head, which I'm sure was not, I don't know about pure intention, but had good intentions. And then as everything, it's taken over by crazy
yep,
people who
yep.
are offended by a jeans ad. So,
Mate, I'm sure it started off nice, then the feminazis took over.
yeah. Yeah. As with anything, right? It starts out good and then people run the system and it gets crazy. So,
Yep.
and now it's getting hacked and everybody's getting their pictures.
So the pictures are released, and now apparently, it's being said that 1 million plus messages were leaked. And I
Where?
think
Give it to me. Give me the messages.
I don't want to go through it realistically. I think it's
Spill the
I'm not
tea.
that interested. But I also feel bad if it doxes certain information just
Mm-hmm.
because, sure, it sucks that you had a bad date. Whether it was actually bad or not, that's subjective on
Yeah,
their
some of
part.
this stuff now, and this is where I say where like it had good intentions to start with, right? Because
Mhm.
if you are talking with somebody on online, and not even necessarily on a dating app, but if you're talking with somebody, like there is a Facebook group, it's been around for forever, and it's
Mhm.
called "Are We Dating the Same Guy?" And it's basically a similar thing, without all of the weird hooplas. Like when I joined the app last week, and you guys can go
Yeah.
back and watch it if you want, it was like no screenshots are allowed or whatever, right? Without all that, because it's a Facebook group. But it's people being like, I'm dating this guy. Is anybody else dating this guy? And it's kind of like a place where I know you guys like to talk shit about women, but this does happen, you guys, okay? And it happens enough for a Facebook group where it's a guy dating multiple women or he's married or whatever, right? So that's that group. So I can see where
But like,
something like
okay,
that as
also
an app, but
on top of that, like I as someone who likes to date only one person at a time,
right.
um
Yes. It's helpful to me to know that you have multiple because then I don't want it.
yeah,
I don't
well,
want it.
and that's the thing. It's like I as someone who does that, I don't expect that from someone 100% until there is like that commitment talk, right?
Mm, mm,
So each person's different. Some people, I know you
yeah.
said the same thing. It's like you might want to date, one on one, but then you expect the same from them regardless.
Yeah. So it
And
just depends. But that's what that started. But then I do think that there is a market. But the problem is that people are going to do what they're going to do. And this is what happened with this app. The market is this person may be dangerous and here's why. Or this person may be married, or I know this person's married, right? And in this case, this app specifically started because his mom was dating a felon that had
mhm,
catfished her from prison, right? Or whatever. And
yeah.
so I think that that is a good thing. Like, no, I don't want to be talking to somebody like that. His mom certainly didn't, whatever. And so he's like, oh my gosh, this is a great idea. It just spiraled because unfortunately we live in a time where women are like, well, he ordered steak on the first date and I'm vegan and therefore he's a giant red flag. Like, he's not
Oh
vegan, you
my
are. You know what I mean?
god.
Like, it's just these stupid things. Or he's got a beard and in his profile picture he was clean shaven, he's suspicious, like stupid shit. That's unfortunately what has taken over in a lot of these things, whereas where it may have started out as, listen, this guy is a little creepy or whatever, genuine real reasons, which I do think that there is. And on the women's side too, like on the man side too, there should be, I think there not should be, but there is a potential for an app or a group or whatever for people to be like, hey, went on a date with this guy, he was acting real squirrely, turns out he's
Mhm.
married, so just a heads up, if you see him on Tinder, swipey typey this direction, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Mhm.
I think that's fine, but I think you can also use Tinder for that. I don't know. I don't know how all that works. I'm not on any of that, but
I don't know
you
how
know,
Tinder works
I
anymore,
don't know.
if it's any different from as a girl who has been on Tinder for 2 to 3 days each time I've downloaded it, I don't like the swiping aspect, the amount of times you have to check on it, and messages and whatnot. It's not I
Mhm.
don't think it's fun for me. Like,
Yeah, it's a lot, but I do think that, especially nowadays when anybody can be anybody. I mean, the show Catfish is popular for a reason, right?
I
Anybody can be
love catfish.
anybody.
When you actually get a really cute love story, it's so sweet.
One of my favorites is the one, there was a military guy, um,
Oh.
young girl military guy. And it was, I mean, it was suspicious. I was like, ain't no way. This girl's gonna get to this house. It's gonna be some creepy, it's either gonna be some jealous girl or it's gonna be some creepy old man. There's no way. I'm scared for this girl. Thank God me, Neve and Max are with her, et cetera, et cetera. And he walked out of that house. Oh, I'm getting goosebumps just thinking about it. And it was him. And it
Mhm.
was like a princess moment. She took off running. He met her halfway. It was a swinging situation, like a Disney princess. Oh, I think they're still married to this day. It is my favorite episode. It's so good because the whole time you're like, this is not going to end well. This is not okay. Like,
Oh.
even Neve or Max at one point was like, should we, like, because that where he lived was out in the middle of nowhere. Like, and he's like, should we like bring a security guy with us? And Neve's like, no, we have the camera. I was like, it'll be fine. And Max is like, I don't think that that's, I don't, okay, kind of thing. Like, he was nervous. It was a thing. And it was so cute. My favorite episode. Oh, it was so good. One of the few ones, unfortunately, one of the very few out of how long Catfish has been on the air. it was one of the very few that had a good ending. Then the majority, which is so sad, and probably why this T app did so well, is a part of the reason is because the majority of those episodes are awful. It's people faking people,
For the
it's
most
people
part, it's usually
pretending, it's
negative
yeah,
versus positive,
it's
so
awful.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
anyway,
So, John for $2 says, "So men should just accept being slandered."
no, I didn't say
No,
that, John.
I
I'm just
think
saying this app has been around a while. And
women
it only takes one person to shut it down. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
women have been doing this for a very long time, you just have never seen it posted.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, there is that, but I do understand that a post is way longer than just a verbal chat between two girls.
Yeah. I'm not saying
Um,
no, men should not accept being slandered. Neither should anybody should nobody should accept it. I'm just saying that it's crazy how fast something can blow up overnight and completely get shut down. Like that's
within a
what the
week.
app's been around for 2 years. Like it's crazy. Within a week, less than. I think it was like what, 3 days?
Yeah, once
Done.
it started going viral and being popularized, that's when
Yeah.
I think a lot of the sleuths were like, "Okay, let's see if we can get into the system," and then obviously they did, and here we are.
Crazy.
Mhm,
Crazy. I know it
exactly.
hurts. Good luck on Tinder hurts. Godspeed.
Jason Webster with the 2 Australians says, "Hi, highly charming X-ray girl and gregarious tugs." Hi. And again with another $5 says, "Completing a workout. Also, I have started doing laps in the pool 3 times a week." Oh my god. I my hair does not like pool water.
But you're Asian. Isn't your hair silky, soft, and smooth? The water just
Yeah,
runs
no,
off
but I
of it?
get split ends even without, like
Oh,
before I dyed my hair, it's really bad in the pool. I
yeah.
used to wear a swim cap, and I hated wearing the swim cap because it
Oh,
was so
those things
tight.
suck. And they catch on my hair. Oh,
No,
man.
thank you, if possible. If possible. So, now we're going to I saw a couple posts this week about Sacha Baron Cohen. We all know who that is, right?
Yeah.
He went
Apparently
through
is
a
divorced.
huge change in his body, and I mean, I don't feel like I'm attracted to him, but, like, it's a huge change from his, midlife post-divorce. So Judith Woods writes about Sacha Baron Cohen doesn't realize his midlife post-divorce body is repellent to most women. The actor and comedian has revealed a buff new look after splitting with Isla Fisher,
Oh,
but what's
wait.
wrong with a dad bod?
I
Why
forgot he was married to. What
why
happened? Oh, they've
fit
been married.
shaming him?
Oh, no. I'm sad now. They've been
They
married
were
for
really cute together.
forever. What the freak?
Oh,
What did you
sorry.
do? What did she do? What happened? I mean, he's like,
I thought
I
you
do
knew
not
about this. I'm so sorry.
No. Oh my gosh. I remember when, oh, sorry, Bruce. I remember when Isla Fisher and him got married, people were like, really? That's what she chose? Because she's so pretty. She's a genuine, bona fide redhead, delicious snack. And everybody was very confused because he did not look like this. And also,
I
I don't
mean,
find him funny.
let's
So,
well, and that's the thing is maybe she liked his humor. I've always said funny guys will get girls' panties to drop. Age old story, okay? Now, I think anyone who is able to get fit like this, regardless, kudos to you. It takes a lot of hard work. We should praise that in that sense, like that tenacity. Same thing with Lizzo. We don't love Lizzo. Her
mhm.
personality might be crap, with her tour. We've heard of stuff with the backup dancers, but I will still praise her in the fact that she was able to slim down. Shaming works
Yeah.
in her story, and she's a lot more fit, healthier, and hopefully happier. When I look at Sacha Baron Cohen, my first thing is, damn, these veins are going to be so easy to put an IV in. Sorry, healthcare worker.
Kudos to him.
Clearly,
Here's what sucks though about this article, just reading the title. I'm very sad. They were married for 14 years. Anyway, that's
they
really
have kids
sad.
too, right?
Yeah. And she's also, here's a fun fact for those of you who want to feel old. I didn't know this. She's 49 years old. The fuck?
She look good.
I wish. Anyway,
She really a
um
redhead then? I kind of don't believe she's a redhead then.
I don't know, to be honest with you, but she's so cute. I didn't know she was 49. Any hoosers. If this was the reverse and she had gotten this body, I mean, obviously not this body, but
Oh, we'd be like, yes, queen.
yes,
Get that
queen.
bag. Oh my gosh, she looks so great. You don't need no
The best
man.
body is a revenge body.
Hmm. Yeah, I don't think he's necessarily getting a revenge bod, but like, I think we should just be happy that he's fit and he's on Men's Fitness magazine. That's cool, From Borat to buff. I actually really like that.
I've never found him funny, to be honest.
Uh,
I hate Borat. Anyway.
so the author writes, my first thought was oily biltong.
Ew.
My second thought was one of those comedy cooking aprons featuring a male torso. My third thought was, ooh, hench. What do you bench? Okay. No, of course it wasn't. It was this. I get that the 53-year-old actor and comedy writer is now officially divorced from his wife, Isla Fisher, 29, but I'm not sure the revenge body thing is really working.
Why?
But who cares what you think at this point? It's what he thinks. Right?
Yeah.
So back in 94, Diana, Princess of Wales, stole the show with a daring off-the-shoulder black dress to signal her couldn't care less, but actually care a lot in insouciance. I can't see why Celine. Oh my God, why is she going? Where is she going with this? So Sacha Baron Cohen, he's a dad of 2 daughters and a son, and therefore absolutely entitled. Some would say obliged to rock a dad bod. Okay, what his Australian ex-wife makes of all of this is anyone's guess. The couple met in 2001, engaged 2004, married 2010. Although they announced their separation in 2024, they said it happened a year previously. Both of them have been at pains to keep their personal lives private. But now that the privately educated Cambridge graduate has joined the Hollywood elite, he happily admits he brought a crack team for his RIP glow up, which he describes as a midlife crisis. Plus, he has been cast as Marvel's supervillain devil Mephisto, who makes evil pacts with mortals in order to acquire their souls, which concentrated his mind. So some celebs using Ozempic, some private chefs, some personal trainers. I did all 3. He told the magazine, this is not AI. I really am egotistical enough to do this. So you used Ozempic for this too?
Honestly, though, kudos, because it looks like he's kept his muscle, which is the big problem.
With Ozempic?
I'm not a big pro Ozempic girly, but if you're gonna use it, for the love of fucking God, eat your protein and lift some weights. That's probably a big reason why you ladies especially are having such a problem. It's a study, it's well known now. Lift your weights. Anyway, all right, anyway.
I do think it's sad that the idea that this author is kind of degrading him for getting a hot maybe not even hotter bod, fitter bod would be the better phrase for this.
Yeah.
And
honestly, I never would have known he was on Ozempic. It doesn't look like it.
No.
Now that I know, maybe in the face a little, he has that like drawn Ozempic face.
Yeah.
But there's different doses, so he might have just had one. That anyway, it doesn't matter. But he looks great.
No, he looks great, and I think it's so silly and strange that a person is like, I'd rather you have a dad bod. Why are you fit shaming me? You don't need to have a revenge bod and get fit. And well, as commentators of Hollywood actors, actresses, this doesn't bother me whatsoever.
Right? I mean, first of all,
that it does.
He's in a Marvel episode show, right? So automatically the majority of Marvel actors, the minute they get a role, whether it's a villain or not, like look at Jake Gyllenhaal. Jake Gyllenhaal beefed the heck up for whatever the heck he played with the dome on his head, whose name I can't think of right now. He beefed up for that. He's also a villain. So like automatically they're gonna expect you to become superhero shape enough, So kudos to him.
The men have to go through the Marvel makeover essentially too.
Every single time. So automatically, boom, of course he was gonna get more muscle. This is insane, but kudos.
I think that I like what he's done. Whether he wants to be a dad bod or that's up to him.
Yeah.
Maybe it also is up to the role because, I mean, we've seen definitely a plethora of actors and actresses who've had to go through some of the craziest body transformations. Christian Bale, he's
Yeah.
fit one movie and then he's emaciated in another, and it's wild to see these transformations, but you kind of have to do it for some of these movies.
Yeah. I mean,
What?
the thing is like people lost their minds when Chris Pratt got into shape for Star-Lord as well. He was a chunky monkey in Parks and Recreation, and he lost his dad bod, blah, blah, blah. That's not a dad bod. He's just fat. Like, and just because there is a such just like a mom bod or a dad bod, like doesn't mean that you're healthy. Now, for a woman, you can only do so much because the more kids you have, the more your muscles stretch, and there's only so much you can do. So you're going to have pooches, or you're going to have some more gain in your belly, or whatever, depending on how your genetics are. That's just what happens when you grow watermelons in your belly every 9 months, kind of thing. But just because they have a dad bod doesn't mean that they're a healthy person. And I would say that you should not strive for a dad bod. Like, what? No.
Striving for a dad bod, it's easy to have a dad bod. Sorry.
Everybody can have a dad bod. I have a dad bod right now. Everybody can do it. That's easy.
I'm gonna call Tug's daddy.
Yeah. Move over, Pedro. I'm the new daddy.
Hey. You're my Tuggy daddy for life.
Everybody does that. Everybody can look like Lizzo. That's not that hard. McDonald's.
No, it really isn't. To get fat, it's so freaking easy.
So easy. So easy.
Yeah.
To get a little chunky.
Speaking as we started this stream being like, oh my god, it takes so long to get back to being fit again.
Unless you're on the Zempies, which I have attempted.
No, I like my bones too much for that. I'm not gonna, women are already more prone to osteoporosis than men. So don't do it. It's not worth it in that aspect. Hard work and determination can change everything. And I mean, it sounds like he had a mix between hard work, determination, and drugs.
And a little Zempies. It doesn't look like you took a lot of Zempies, but
no.
What do you gotta do? You gotta do it.
I'm curious to see him as Mephisto and how that looks then. If he's
I think he's in the new. Which is it? Is it Ironheart he was in as Mephisto?
Oh yeah, technically.
Yeah. So you did see him. Clearly, it wasn't impressive enough.
Not okay. It's not even that. It's just not memorable.
That's fair. Fair.
I don't really care about.
I do remember seeing a picture of somebody screenshotting him, and I was like, "Is that Sacha Baron Cohen? That's so weird." But I didn't think he looked like that. Also, although he was in costume, so it's fine.
Yeah, he looks good. Maybe Isla Fisher is sad that she might have left him. Who knows?
I just think it's hilarious. Breakup. There's no way.
Yeah,
men don't do this revenge body thing unless something bad happened.
Yeah. So a couple of the comments on the Twitter post, it's acceptable because men don't care as much. Go ahead, joke about us being fat, too muscular, whatever. Have fun. It's mostly funny to us because we could still get hot chicks even if our bodies are gross if we're charming or successful.
Fair.
That's fair. I mean, we did the delusional calculator on Morning Roasts, and I do think some women don't care about that sort of stuff. I personally care. I don't want someone obese because I want someone who might live a longer life, especially if I am dating older, right?
Yeah.
That stuff ends up mattering in the long run. So, yeah. Would we be as likely to see the mainstream media giving a male journalist an opportunity to talk about female body actors being physically repellent to most men? No, that would be called misogyny. Another day, another standard in our misandrous society. Which I agree with this as well. I think that
if it had been reversed, like Khloe Kardashian made a whole TV show about it called Revenge Body. I loved the show. It was a great show. I mean, if it had been Isla Fisher on the cover of Men's Fitness or Women's Fitness or whatever with her new
no one was anything.
Body.
Yes,
queen.
Look at that. You get that bag.
Yeah, you get that revenge body queen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Apparently, according to this person, a lot of women don't prefer extremely low body fat and veiny muscles, but that's a far cry from being repellent. Pretty extreme.
Yeah, there's a difference between looking like the bodybuilder guys that have the veins and like the bulging, like they walk like this. That's not cute. We don't like that. But this is fine. There's nothing wrong.
He looks like he can save you from a burning building.
Hell
Athletic
yeah.
type.
Excellent. Thank God.
I'm good with that. I'm definitely more than good with that. And Sacha Baron Cohen, you do whatever you feel is good for yourself, and good on you to get fit.
And also,
and I don't think he was
worked
ever
for
fat.
No,
He
he
never
was never
really
fat.
was.
He was just like a lanky dude. He looked like
Yeah.
every lanky, tall, goofy dude. Now he's a muscular one.
Yeah. Most women prefer lean swimmer bodies for men.
Yeah.
That and
That's
fighter
accurate.
bods.
Yeah.
Fighter bodies.
He kind of looks like, now that I'm thinking about it, he kind of looks like that.
He looks like a Michael Phelps with a little bit more
but not
muscle.
like roar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hurts. He doesn't need a mankini. He needs the Borat outfit. I think if we had that. Oh gosh. So Saw, thank you for the $5, says I ran a mile in 9 minutes and 36 seconds. And I did a 5 max rep of 320 pounds on deadlift. Wow.
All right,
okay.
Saw, you don't have to brag. Jeez.
I know, like
proud of my little
really good
200 pounds
a mile
over
now.
here. God.
September 6th, I'm doing a 10-mile obstacle race. Half of it is in sand. Good luck.
Oh God.
Sand is
dry sand, or are you running on the wet sand? Wet sand's easier.
Both have difficulties regardless.
That's fair.
Over pavement, so.
Congratulations, Saw. That's amazing. Thanks for outdoing me. Rude. It's fine.
I mean, Saw's been on this fit thing for the last like year, 2 years, if I remember correctly. So
kudos to Saw. Saw's been working hard.
And I mean, Saw has actually went from like legit dad bod. I seen your before and after pictures. Like, you keep it up, dude.
Yeah. It's fine.
Good for you.
I did 200 pounds, but it's fine.
Staccato with the $10 says, good for Sasha. I hope they are both happy. That's a nice thing to say.
Yeah, I hope they're both very happy now that they've been split up after 14 years and have kids.
Yeah. Life changes, y'all.
It's fine.
You're not ready for everything. Jason Webster with 5 Australian says, don't care about social status. I care that she is intelligent, sensitive, sensual, and loving. I'll be externally I'll be eternally dedicated and loving to her. I think that's what he meant. I think. Jason, correct me if I'm wrong.
Sweet. I'll be eternally.
I mean, I assumed, Jason, you would be. The way you speak about women, it's very adorable. I love it. I love it.
Don't let Andrew Tate see you, though, because he'll call you gay.
Whoever ends up being your woman, a very lucky woman. So, yeah. Good luck in the dating world out there. I know you're in Australia. I don't know what that's like out there. I know everything wants to kill you.
Like literal snakes the size of your head.
Yeah, I don't care about the reptiles or the bugs.
I was 275.
Wow. You lost almost 75 pounds. Wow.
That's amazing.
Good for you. Good for you. That's amazing.
Hell yeah.
Now, let's close out the show on some, since we're talking about heterofatalism. I want to be a trad wife, says a stripper. I feel so hopeless. I'm starting to idolize trad wife life after I retire from dancing. I started dancing at 30, now just turned 32. I have a 10-year-old marketing degree and no experience, nothing to show for it, so it's useless. I worked minimum wage jobs through my 20s. I do well dancing now, and I'm hoping to quit or phase out when I'm 35. Hopefully, I'll have 400 to 500K in investment/savings. I feel too afraid to touch that once I have it, though. To use it for what? School again? I don't have the drive to study. To start a business or new career, I don't have the drive for that either. I always just wanted a home with a man and a baby and pets. That's where I feel a sense of drive, having a baby, taking 2 years off to be a stay-at-home mom, And then when baby goes to daycare/school, then I start a new job. So I just want to get married after the club. I'll have my savings. So if the relationship is toxic, I can have the freedom to leave. I just find it really hard imagining starting another career in my mid 30s, but I wish someone could get me excited about an alternative to this. Because what if I don't find a man? I don't want to be depressed. There needs to be a backup that I can look forward to. I could see people actually really saying this for realsies. And I mean, this is Reddit, so it could be trolling, but let's take it at face value here. Good luck being a trad wife. Finding your man after you are a dancer professionally on stage in very little clothing.
I have questions. My first question is, you're 32 and a dancer, so kudos to your knees. Where are you working that allows you to still be a stripper over 30?
No, you can be a stripper into whatever age. There's niche.
Yes, but not usually in a quality establishment, is my point. As somebody who grew up in Vegas with plenty of strip joints. And I mean, on the flip side, if she is that old, assuming quality establishments, again, Vegas mindset.
I mean, and she says the creme de la creme. She can make about $100K for savings per year at 35, retiring, possibly.
No, when she retires, she's hoping to have 400, 500. I mean, either way,
savings. So 100K per year.
So if you're making that kind of money over your age of 30, that means you hopefully, assuming you're in a well-respected establishment, you're gonna have the body of like Barbie, like Margot Robbie's body in what's that movie? Wolf of Wall Street, like that tight, probably bigger boobs, right? Okay. I don't know. I'm hoping that's right. But if that's not the case, and you're over 30 and still stripping, that means that your nightclub doesn't really care and just needs women on the pole, which means you're not going to find anybody quality worth even getting off the pole for. So you might as well just continue to stay dancing. Rose.
I don't know. I think just like I said, taking this face value, the idea of you wanting to be a trad wife after you retire, you kind of have to live that trad wife life before you date too.
Yeah. I mean, listen, there's as Allie says, and I'm this way too. Is we're not technically traditional because we're not virgins, kind of thing. I'm old as dirt, that kind of thing. But you have those kind of values. I mean, if you put it in that mindset, that's different. But like, you're 32 and you don't even want to stop dancing until 35. Have you done a fertility test? Have you made sure that you can afford that? If that's really what you want? I'm just wondering. I just have questions. Also, where are you working? Because now I'm concerned for your health.
Yeah.
After the age of 30 as a stripper. Anyway.
She should have done this earlier in life. Maybe done the stripper thing. Yeah. Maybe. Her career would have had a way better outcome. It just astounds me that if you want to have this, but you don't live the life that takes to make that happen. And if you really wanted your best chance to be a stay-at-home mom from early on in life, that should have been in teen years, young adult years.
Yeah, marketing degree and no experience. So she went into stripping to put herself through, to pay off the marketing debt, maybe even put herself through that college. And so this is what happened. Her marketing degree went to waste because she went into stripping to pay off. This happens so often where they go to pay off their student debts for whatever reason as they're going to school. And the money is so good that they just never stop.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened with her. That's sad.
Well,
because a marketing degree, if you had done your work, you probably could have met a decent man, which you're not going to meet in a strip club.
Especially if you're if you're working at a good marketing firm where you're going to different companies and you're meeting all these different, CEOs and people who work for these said CEOs and hey, you could have found your man easily that way. And I think at the age of 35, if you are looking to be a mom, stay-at-home mom and take care of them and then start a job after that, like your percentage is so low. And the fact that you had
Yeah.
stripping on top of that, I'm sorry. Not gonna
Yeah.
happen. Not gonna happen. And yes, people have been married to strippers and maybe had that life, but that is one of little, not one of many, okay?
Yeah. That sucks.
You gotta
Marketing
be really
degree. And
lucky.
marketing degree, especially nowadays, you know what you could do with a marketing degree? Come on, with all the social media stuff, please,
So many
girl.
things you could do.
Girl.
And I get her mentality because I think she just wants to have an easier life. This idea of being a trad wife, being taken care of. I think a lot of women envision that in their lives. Like, oh my gosh, it'd be so nice if, all I had to do is stay home, take care of the house. But it's not as glorious as you think either. There's a lot to do in a house. Okay.
I live in 400 square feet, and every day I'm like, I think I'll just burn the place down. It might be easier. Especially with 3 animals that have hair that is everywhere. On top of
Yeah.
my hair that gets everywhere.
You
Yeah.
gotta do a lot of vacuuming for sure. I between the amount of people that live in the space I do, I always could tell my hair because it's half pink/blonde and black. Every time my mom's like, "It's your hair. It's everywhere." I'm like, I'm sorry, okay?" She's like, "You're losing so much hair. You're gonna be bald soon." I'm like, "Thanks, mom." I love my mom, I swear. So good luck to you, girl. If this happens for you, great. But I wouldn't bank on finding a man to be able to take care of you the way that you want to be taken care of. And this is where I go super feminist. You don't need no man. Just do your thing, girl. Don't rely on a man in this aspect because guess what? You're not going to find that type of man. And that's okay. That is okay. So, anywho, we've lost Tugs. She might have gone to the bathrooms. Do I have anything else here? Oh my gosh. Okay, before we go, I think this video was kind of funny. So Botox is incredible. Just look at her expression in this video. Absolutely, absolutely can tell what she feels.
What is it about South Asian families and mothers and fathers? What is it? What is it? I just got a nose job, yeah? Paid for it myself, yeah? Growing up, you know what they called me? Everybody in my family? Busting man. As soon as I get a nose job, they're like, oh, why'd you change your nose? You were so pretty before. You're so pretty before. I'm 27 years old. No one's ever said that to me in my family. Yeah? What? I'm so sorry for yelling. I know people get really upset when I do that. What is going on? Am I crazy? You couldn't have said that when I was 7?
Sorry, I really concentrate on the fact that she has not changed her expression the entire time.
No, what I miss?
Oh, you missed a complete meltdown of a girl who's absolutely crazy. So she got a nose job and definitely has had Botox. But this is a problem with South Asian, East Asian families is they're a lot a bit of blunt. And so I guess the mom, her parents, maybe the aunties were like, "Why'd you get a nose job?" But like, just look at the way she reacts and her expressions or lack thereof.
What is it about South Asian families and mothers and fathers? What is it? What is it? I just got a nose job, yeah? Paid for it myself, yeah? Growing up, you know what they called me? Everybody in my family? Busting man. As soon as I get a nose job, they're like, oh, why'd you change your nose? You were so pretty before.
And I mean, that's the gist of it. But they will not give you compliments. They'll give you critiques and say the negative things out loud and not tell you positives unless you really lose a lot of weight. Am I crazy? Yes. You're crazy. Look, she's got crazy eyes right now.
Crazy eyes. I would like to know what she looked like before. Because that nose ain't working for you, boo-boo. Boo-boo.
Well, if she's Indian, she probably had like a bump. You know?
Like, I don't even care about the Botox at this point. Like, what is the nose? What does the rest of it say?
I want to see a side profile. We don't see one. It's just like head face on. And I mean, she clearly gets her lips done, or she overlines so that they look bigger too.
She's trying so hard to have a facial expression for girl.
Yeah, she can't. So it's like a British compliment. Yeah, maybe some Asian families, the South Asian families are kind of similar to the British. Except it hurts a lot more when it's on your pants.
Asians are so brutal. And I think the brutalist that I have met, that I've met out of the Asian groups are the Filipinos.
Oh, no,
the Filipino Chinese. Moms.
The Chinese.
Oh my God.
But I remember. Tugs. I remember I was talking with the aunties on the phone, and my auntie was like, "Oh my gosh, are you gonna lose weight for your wedding?" Because I had sent out the save the dates, and I go, "Thanks, aunt. Yes."
You're like, "No, I've actually been a hoa for 10 years." Oopsie doodles. Asians are mean. And they can be so not mean. I mean, they are mean, but like in the best possible, because they'll call you out on your crap. The Latino women are also that way, but then they'll also murder you in your sleep. So
yeah. So I personally prefer, which one would I prefer? The lies, positive lies, or negative truths? Negative truths. I'd rather a negative truth at that rate. I don't need to be coddled. Don't worry. It's fine. Anyways, you disappeared, and then that's when I was like, I need to post one more video to get through this.
I'm sorry, I had to pee. I tried
all
information. I tried to hold it, but I could not hold it anymore.
All good. So, anyways, Tongues, what are you up to the next couple days?
We have morning roast tomorrow. For all of your craziness needs, we're also on the Spodcasts.
The Spodcast? Spotify, Amazon,
the
Podcasts,
Spotify,
Apple Music.
The Spodcasts. Anyway, we're on the podcasts. Tomorrow night, gaming. I think I said Expedition 33. I don't know what I said, but we're gaming tomorrow night. And then Friday, I'm going to keep telling people this so that I could force myself to do it because I'm nervous. Friday, I'm starting a video series. It's going to drop on August 1st.
Interesting.
That is that's going to be, do I spoil it? I might as well just spoil it. I didn't do like an introductory video. I'm going to start on August 1st. To keep me accountable and those who also would like to be held accountable, I am going to start doing a daily Bible study. So yeah. So the first video, as long as I don't chicken out, because I'm terrified, are going to, I have a book that I've had forever. You see it like right there ish. That goes through a book of the Bible, like a chapter of the Bible every day for a year. And so I want to keep myself accountable for reading it. So if you're interested, those are going to drop that's going to start dropping on Friday the 1st. It's a new month. The book starts January 1st, but we're going to start in August. So if you're interested, if you would like to join me on my journey, you're more than welcome to, but that's going to start on Friday. So,
okay, that Tug Life.
Yeah, at that Tug Life on YouTube, that's where those videos are going to drop on YouTube. That Tug Life with 2 G's. It's a Bible study. It's a devotional book, so it's not quite what Melanie is doing. We're going to be like doing a little studying and stuff like that, but kind of similar. She inspired me. So
that's so sweet. Yeah. I love it.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Cool. Yes. So tomorrow we have morning roast 8:30 a.m. Eastern on my channel, X-Ray Girl. And then in the evening, Revenge of the Savage Planet with Kara at 7 p.m.
You don't want to play Peaked, where you could be eaten by your teammates?
Gosh, I already deleted that game. Oh my god.
Did you see the update?
It actually looks really cool. And it would be a very fun way to mess with the teammates. The cannibalism, I mean. You can eat your teammate if you get hungry. So, potential? Hey, at some point, I think it would be fun. You, me, and if Monkey wants to play too, try to play Peak on a Tuesday.
I'm down. I don't even know what it is, but I'm down.
It's basically just a co-op climbing game where you collect food to stave off hunger because you have stamina as you're climbing things to manage. And then you also have, like, you pick up items, but then the items are of certain weights. So you can't carry too much because then all your stamina is affected with your hunger and climbing up certain areas. So you can work together to kind of mitigate that. So, yeah.
Yay. Yeah, that would be fun.
It would be fun to play. I'm not very good at climbing puzzles.
I think we should do all kinds of fun different games. Like Dead by Daylight is a classic, but you and me in theory used to have fun with it. So I think Monkey would be hilarious. Can you imagine Monkey chasing us?
No. His exact words, I'm coming for you.
He would 100%. It was always a bad day when the chat did enough. I don't remember what Theory did now, but I think it was super chats. Did enough super chats for him to be the villain. You and I were dead in 0.5 seconds. Like we didn't.
And then I tried to be the villain, and I kept on missing everyone because I'm retarded. I can't see anything.
So
yeah, no rage quitting to.
That's not our fault, okay? Steam is stupid.
No. He meant me. So when we did a 1v1v1v1 for Chain Together, I could not get past, like, let's say 300 meters high. I kept falling. So it was like, screw this. Everyone's like at the next level. I'm not trying whatsoever.
Oh,
no. So I'm like, peace out. Bye.
I'm playing Diablo. Okay, bye.
I knew I wasn't going to win, and I really couldn't get anything further. Like I said, not good at jumping puzzles. Okay, whatever.
Me neither.
So
I might quit.
Yeah, I won't do that. I promise, because I don't have it installed, and it's a really large game.
Oh god.
But in any case, guys, thank you guys so much for the super chats, for being here, for being part of the conversation. I hope you guys have a very good evening. And then who knows what is going to happen next week? I honestly had no idea that we were going to even talk about the T-app again this week. But then
maybe I'll get accepted next week.
Yeah, maybe. We'll talk about it again at that rate. So good night, everyone. Thank you. And we'll see you guys next week. Okay. Bye
guys.
Drinking shots with extra girl and tugs will be stuff of love. Thank you, Jason Webster. Thank you.